And hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. And I just walked off the edge. Why the hell did I do that? And hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. In the last episode, we just walked around Firelight trying to talk to people. In this episode, we're actually going to go murder some things. And by murder some things, I mean avoid some things. Because we're going to a place where things are probably going to be able to easily kill us. Also, we're going to talk to some people anyway, because we can. So, it's going to be very similar to the last episode. Not much fighting, lots of talky, less stabby. But we are doing sequence breaking here, because this area isn't supposed to be very relevant until very near the end of the game. But you can still come here straight away, because it's Dark Souls. And they figured, man, what's the problem? People can come down here if they want. To be fair, there are reasons to come down here earlier. One of them being, well, it's the New Londo Ruins, in case the text doesn't tell you. As you can see, it's all flooded and not very nice. But yes, if you go over here, if you have the Master Key, you can get through here. We do not have the Master Key. We cannot get through here. This is a shortcut area that goes to a few areas on the map. So if you want to get some stuff early, like, this game is good about that. You can sequence break to get a lot of stuff early if you want to use a particular weapon for your character, all that. Often it's very easy to get that weapon as quite early. And with a few exceptions, like weapons made out of boss souls and stuff, it takes a while to get those, and a couple other things. But most of the things you can get in the game very early on, very quickly. Also, look at this guy. He's just sitting there, not giving a damn. How you doing? He looks like he's enjoying himself as an undead hollow thingy-majig. Best going to come down here to the ending staircase of death. Don't walk off the edge of this.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you've... How on earth... Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Rickard of Vinheim.
Rickard.
An established smith. Look at me now.
How do you even get in there? It's not even like a door. Yeah, but how? How would you get in there? Tell me your secrets.
What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escaping. It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, I've not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinheim.
So he's the best in Vinheim, but he's stuck in there for some reason, in New Londo. How he got here, why he's here, I don't know. He can repair our weapons though, as blacksmiths can. And also reinforce our weapons, as blacksmiths can. And also modify weapons, as blacksmiths can, but he can't at the moment because he doesn't have the tools to do that. But we can get him those. He also sells a couple of basic magics, and a catalyst, which is the same as a talisman, but for sorceries. Allows you to cast and blah blah blah. We're not going to make much use of that, so we're just going to talk to him.
What is it? There's nothing to talk about.
Oh.
We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about?
I like this guy. I think that's all he says. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all he says.
Goodbye then. Keep your head on out there.
I'll try.
Really help break the monotony.
He's just sitting there reading something or something. I can't really tell what he's looking at. Thanks for the information. But yeah, with that, all these hollows are actually just peaceful as long as you don't touch them. And most of them die in like one hit anyway, so just ignore them unless you want some free like 20 souls or something. But I think it's more hassle to kill them than it is to just get souls otherwise. Be aware if you like jump off here and land on that guy, it actually damages him and he'll go aggro on you. But with this we got Transient Curse. Also, I nearly forgot. I'm an idiot. There's an item over here, which is actually important, which is one of the reasons I came down here. Estoc, which is the weapon I'm going to be using this playthrough. I'm going to equip both at the once just because I can. I'm going to quickly just take a little look at Transient Curse. Limit the victim of a curse, temporarily allows the curse to... A temporary curse allows engagement with ghosts. The only way to fight back against ghosts who are cursed beings is to become cursed oneself. The safest method, however, is to, however dreadful, is to cut off the arm of the dead. Basically, there's a I always get those mixed up. One's American, one's my country. It doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, status ailment. I've got to actually speak with my words. Called curse in this game. Very nasty if you actually get it happen to you. Hopefully we won't in this playthrough. But when we see an enemy that inflicts it, I'll talk about it. If you're cursed, you can fight ghosts. If you have there's a couple of weapons that are considered cursed, that if you use them, you can fight ghosts. And as you can see, we do no damage to this ghost. So I might just not bother fighting them. And by might, I mean definitely not going to bother. But there is one more item we want down here, so I'm going to have to deal with these ghosts. And by deal with them, I mean make these guys spawn, then run the balls away, and try and aggro them all the way from that area so I can quickly nab what's over there. Sorry if this isn't the most exciting thing, but these ghosts right at the beginning of the game are a bit of a pain. Also, mainly because they have such high range, high damage. As you can see, already half my health got. All my health gone. Well, I managed to mess that up, didn't I? I guess I'm gonna have to cut it. Yes, I'm gonna have to cut it. Give me a sec. And here we are back again. Be aware the frame rate can die down here. Along with all the ghosts, get it? Because everything's dead. I'm going to use the last of my transient curses already. Don't worry, there are ways to get these things. You can buy them, the ghosts drop them, there's a couple other item drops of them. The only reason I'm using it is because... Oh, I've just realised I'm fat rolling. Am I fat rolling? I'm just really... Actually no, I'm just really slowly medium rolling. Is the armor has no effect if you don't have a transient cursed on. So you probably want to have one on, just because otherwise these ghosts are going to probably just basically one-shot you, which is no fun. Also, I don't think shields work if you're not cursed either. Which again, I should have been using my shield. Yeah, originally when I did this, the first recording, I didn't actually die to these ghosts. So it's kind of embarrassing that I managed to. I'm just going to leave the ghosts up here. And then just drop down. And then run. I forgot to put Homeward Bones back on. Oh dear, so I'm going to have to do this quickly. Nab this, it's a Firekeeper soul. Now we're going to have to quickly rush, put out the Homeward Bone. Oh, ghosts. But yeah, don't worry about getting more transient curses. There are ways to get more. It's not too big of an issue. But yeah, with that, we're back. Sorry about dying already. Already 2 deaths, and one is, I argue, undeserved. Wait, does this really make me fat roll? No, it doesn't. I was just being paranoid. We're just going to get one more level of endurance. For now, that's all we need. Honestly, we just probably don't need the long sword. I'm going to come down here, upgrade a Estus Flask, and Baboo. And that's all we need to do down there for a long time. By the way, just so you know, what was I going to say? The upgraded Estus Flasks heal more. So be aware that you get more Estus Flasks by kindling bonfires, and you heal more by upgrading them with Firekeeper Souls. Now you can actually kill Firekeepers to get their Firekeeper Souls to upgrade it, but you wouldn't do that. You're not that mean. Yeah, we can reverse our hollowing if we have humanity in our thing, and we can kindle if the bonfire's rubbish and we're human. And I'm going to quickly show that, because hopefully I won't die again this episode. Because if you die, you lose your humanity, and that's no good. So we're going to go back to being human. And if you didn't guess, that counter at the top of the screen also has a player ghost thing. They appear near bonfires. Yeah, that counter at the bottom, the top of the screen is how much humanity you have. And as you can see, we would be able to kindle. We had humanity, and this bonfire was rubbish. Because at the moment we can only kindle once, as I said, and that bonfire is already kindled because there's a Firekeeper, blah blah blah. Yes, now we're human. That comes with mostly Comes with some benefits, some downsides. You can kindle bonfires, you can do co-op, but you can also get invaded. So we might get invaded, and I might die because of that. But probably not. Just because you can avoid invaders slightly. Actually, to be fair, the first areas of this game are still ripe for invading. People like invading low levels with the powerful builds. It's a thing people do. It's called twinking. Not very nice, but not very evil either. Because you can just be hollow and avoid them altogether. I didn't want to lock onto him, I want to lock onto him. Boom! And you're invincible while the backstab animation goes on. Because the devs didn't know how to balance it otherwise. I had to cut it again, because people like to interrupt. Oh well, big whoop. Doesn't matter. And we're going to try and make this jump, because the jumping in this game is really bad. I'm going to get all the items that are around it. And by all of them, I mean one. Ray of Sacrifice, which I'm going to show off quickly. Mystical ring created by, in a sacrificial rite of Velka, the goddess of sin. Its wearer will lose nothing upon death, but the ring itself breaks. So I'm not going to be equipping that straight away, because I don't want to waste its use. Because it does have usage. If you, like, die, have a big bunch of souls somewhere, you can put on that ring, and that the bloodstain won't disappear the next time you die. And yeah, there you go. The jumping mechanics in this game are not fun. Because it's double tapping B to jump. And sometimes it just makes you roll. So I've already lost my humanity, but that's not a big whoop. I was kind of betting on that happening, because that always happens to me. That jump is never kind. So I'm just going to have to kill these guys again. I'm going to cut it, get back my souls, and I'll see you then. Ow. And while I was cutting it, the enemies dropped a few things. Dropped a short sword, which is rubbish, for the most part. Dropped a piece of armor, which is also rubbish. And one of them dropped a firebomb, which is actually nice. Okay, hopefully we can make this jump this time. And hopefully we can make it back. There we go. Less trouble that time. But I'm probably going to end it off in a sec, because this place is evil and a pain in my soul, and I've already died way too many times, considering I'm not even at a part of the game where you're meant to die. Oh well. Maybe all my bad luck's getting compounded here. Also, this is a little rat thing, which is annoying to hit with the X stock, but whatever. Sometimes those rats drop humanity for some reason. So keep that in mind if you want to grind for it, if you desperately need it. I do not. That does not open. I'm going to try doors in future, because I kind of forgot to in the tutorial to show. Because there was a door at the beginning of the tutorial I kind of forgot to show. Well, not right at the beginning, but during the tutorial I forgot to show actually doesn't open. Which probably annoyed some people. But yeah, I like the S-Stock because it's a thrusting sword, which means you mostly stabby moves, but it also has this slashy move. So I like that. It's a bit unique. And I'm probably going to clear out this area. Ooh. And then I'm going to end it off. Ooh, just about avoided that guy. But yeah. I think that's all for this episode. Join us in the next episode where we'll be going through the rest of this area, the Undead Burg. And hopefully getting somewhere here, I guess, would be the correct way of putting it. But yes, until then, see ya. Secret area.